why is this? Why does the brain do this? And the answer is that the brain faces a fundamental problem. And that fundamental problem is that it has no direct access to the outside world. It has to converse, relate to the world through the boundaries of our body. And it's only through the boundaries of the body that the brain receives electrical signals, and then the brain has the computing power to actually generate that into a rich experience. So it only has these electrical signals to deal with, and it has to interact with the world through the bounds of the body. And so the brain is in a kind of box, a kind of proverbial box that is the body, and the world outside has no way of actually getting in that box. And so what that means is that the brain has to generate, the brain, the body, the whole system has to generate a model of the world from within. It has to generate this experience because this experience has no way of actually getting in from the outside, so we have to make it up ourselves. But how does the brain generate a practical model of our reality while stuck inside this box? By making predictions. So here's how it works. The brain makes predictions about what is out there in the world, and then it gets feedback through the electrical signals derived from our sensory systems and the form of errors, and then it updates those predictions in order to get a better prediction. Very simple. So now the brain doesn't have to take in the whole world, it only needs to take in the errors that it makes, so it can rely on its simulation, which is much more computationally efficient for the brain to do. And by making these predictions over millions of years of evolution in our developmental trajectory as well, we get very good at making these predictions of simulating these present moments and our thoughts and our projections. We get better and better at doing that. Now, it's never perfect. We still always have this experience. We see something out of the corner of our eye, we look over there and actually it's something completely different. Or we see someone in the crowd that we think is our friend, it's not them. We hear something that never happened. And in the worst case, we can experience complete delusions. So these predictive systems can go haywire. Every predictive system, every part of the system can go wrong and has gone wrong. There's an example of a psychiatric illness, a trauma, or something that has broken down that system. It is all vulnerable to break down, and it is all a process of inference that, again, can be manipulated in a lab in all sorts of ways. So by generating this model over and over again, it starts to slowly approximate the world enough to be adaptive for survival. It is tuned for fitness, for survival, not for fidelity, not for truth, not for accuracy, but for survival. So the brain faces this fundamental problem, and it resolves it by minimizing prediction errors. That's the essence of it. It's all just minimizing prediction errors, uncertainty, entropy. That's what these prediction errors are over time.